Hello, everybody. We're watching All Quiet on the Western Front 1930, the original, before we watch. I mean, we're not going to watch the new one tonight, but I figure it's best to watch the original before the remake. I like to just have that context. Because, if you're remaking something, I feel like the expectation is that the original exists already. Thanks for the sub, Kahiver. So, yeah, like I don't know. I just prefer to anyway if I know that something's a remake. So, all right, everybody have their copy ready. If the length of yours is slightly different, that's okay. At 2 seconds into my copy, there's some like a snare drum, like a drum roll or something. There's like some percussion that happens at 2 seconds into my copy. So wherever that happens in your copy, that's where I am, I guess. This will be interesting. I mean, hopefully. There's a reason this is the first movie and it got remade twice, I think. At least twice. That happens at 48 seconds on your copy. Well, you're going to have to figure that shit out and I will describe what's happening on my copy then. So you might want to skip ahead. Amazon Prime version, you're at 48 seconds when that happens. What happens before that? Marvel credits? All logos and stuff. Okay, well, yeah, mine's a Blu-ray rip. Anti-piracy, copyright infringement. Oh yeah, tell people not to. Oh yeah, because if you didn't put that there, then they could just copy it and they wouldn't know, and you could say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know." Right? All right. Well, I'm going to start my copy at 00, and so you want to start your copy when we do the 3, 2, 1 countdown. You're going to want to do yours 2 seconds before the drums or whatever, right? So I'll give you like another 5-10 seconds to set that up. Okay, and then honestly, it's fucking 1930 movie should be in the public domain already. Should be in the fucking public domain already. There's no excuse why it shouldn't be in the fucking public domain already. We shouldn't be 100 years back. That's bullshit. All right, so I'm going to start my copy. Here we go. Ready, spaghetti. 3, 2, 1. I have not seen this movie before. Yeah, so the drum roll's happening. All Quiet on the Western Front. The title's there. Carl Lamel. This should be interesting, hopefully. Screen space play. Based on the best war novel? This story is neither an accusation nor a confession, and at least all of an adventure, for death is not an adventure to those who stand face to face with it. It will try simply to tell of a generation of men who, even though they may have escaped its shells, were destroyed by the war. So, wow. It's actually kind of interesting now that I'm thinking about it. This is like a war film before World War II, which is kind of interesting. This might be the first that I've seen pre World War II. I honestly wasn't even expecting this film to have sound. After watching some 1920s movies. Passive Glory is World War One, but it was made after World War II. Passive Glory is in the 1950s. Yeah, that's why I wasn't expecting sound. I didn't realize we were that close to it. Thanks, Bitosaurus. Thank you so much. Bitausaurus. Yeah, their mics were shit, I know. Gay heroes. Who is your favorite gay hero? Yeah, I think it would be lead. Propaganda. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder what that hair gel and wax was like made out of at the time. Just eggs. If I were to guess how that was pronounced, I would have assumed Mueller. But you know, it's funny. These are great. Oh yeah, every one of those could be a reaction GIF easily. Oh my god! Holy shit! Yes, love this scene. You know, so I was expecting because there's so many films from like the fucking 60s even where everything's just like dubbed, right? I was expecting that to be a thing in this film, and perhaps it's just dubbed really well. I don't know. Perhaps it's ADR'd, but I don't know. It seems like they would have recorded sound on set with just how well it syncs, right? Yeah, it's a very cleanly produced film for 1930. There's not as many bumps. It seems, yeah, it seems ahead of its time. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Hmm. Bump off. Meh. This is very homoerotic. Jesus, that sound. I wouldn't have been able to tell what the fuck he said without subtitles. Come back here. He said, "Come here, come here." So I think Argentina 1985 was the first Oscars movie of this year that I didn't finish. RRR we fast forwarded through. We watched at 1.5 times speed, but I think Argentina was the first one we actually like dipped on. But it's fun because we wouldn't be watching this tonight if we didn't. It literally makes room for other movies. It frees up time, you know, when it would literally just be a waste. Mother's milk. So far, no scene seems to like drag on too long, you know? Feels like something that could easily have some pacing issues, but so far it's not. It seems just fine at the moment. What a bummer. I wonder how much each extra was paid for this in 1930. 10 cents? They suck at marching. Jesus, they're so unorganized. Ah! This seems interesting. Also, just imagining how this is going to be recreated in the 2022 film. Hmm. I don't know if I should watch the 1979 one. I don't know if I need to watch that in between this in the 2022 one, do I? Some people are saying like that's a like they're all apparently good, but I just don't know. I know I want to at least watch the original and the Oscar nominated one. I don't know if I should watch the 1979 one or not. Whoa. Is that Edward Norton in the middle? Oh no, you're penetrating me. Oh no, my ball sack. Should be making more noise, right? What the fuck? That was a weird scene. That was the first scene that felt like kind of clunky. This is an awesome shot. I love this shot. This is incredible. Yeah, I like that shot a lot. A lot to soak in with it. And I love that it's through a window too. Well, it was made before World War II, so I would assume so, yeah. WWE. World War E. Thank you, Gillyflower. I appreciate it. Thank you for the sub. Fellas. Ian Kaczynski. Oh. Just looking at his lips. Are those pigs or lambs or dogs? Like, what is that? It is kind of Joe Rogan, isn't it? Yeah, so many expressive face shots. Those look like pigs, yeah. Those are skinny ass pigs. Give them some hormones. They're not very well coordinated if he was able to get away with that. Paying an ass. I want your ass. Cognac? Ugh. I was about to say, it doesn't seem like that's a lot of food for that many men. Got him. Uh-oh. Anything up next? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, awesome. That's a good shot. So it looks like the files for Sardonicast 132 were sent to me. So that's something that I should do right after this. I'll do podcast editing after this movie. Ugh. They didn't wrap. They're still filming that shit. That's so funny. Oh, Jesus. They're just fucking actually exploding things next to them. That's fucked. Makes you feel like the actors are in danger. Jesus. Poor guy. Nope. No. Don't do it. Well, shit. Ah! Huge chunk of dirt just flew at the fucking crew. That was a cool shot. Yeah, it was really 3D. Will you a baby? World War One seemed like it sucked particularly, you know? Like war sucks in general, but like World Trench War just seems like so much worse. Oh shit. That's terrifying. Get me out of here. I didn't do anything. There was no impact sound on that hit. That was clunky. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, stop it. That's terrifying. What? I thought you just said the stomach. You sounded pretty confident about that. There was a film called Death Watch that was like kind of a horror, psychological horror movie about like trench warfare too. And there's no good reason why I should have seen it multiple times. But it was just one of those like, oh, was it 2002? What was it? Was that the movie I saw? Oh my God. Is it the 2002 movie? Death Watch? Yeah. I gotta rewatch that. Just for nostalgia. Jamie Bell? Yeah, Lionsgate, that's definitely it. Oh, geez. Yeah, some great effects. It's very ambitious, huge scale. The explosions are like interrupting the crowd sounds in the same way that the bass interrupts the treble in a Benny Benassi song. Jesus. Oh God, those. Oh, that was a great shot with the hands there. Shit. That's terrifying. Well, fuck. Oh God. Yeah, maybe you would be terrified seeing this in a theater in the 1930s, but I also have to imagine they probably wouldn't have good movie theater etiquette back then. They'd probably be yapping the whole time. Did this win Best Sound at the Oscars? Because it's very loud. Jeez, what some great shots, some really cool shit. I know it won Best Picture. Has there ever been a film where it won Best Picture twice, as in the remake won Best Picture? Is that a thing that's happened before? Ben-Hur won twice? What? Okay, that's what I thought. Stop trolling me. That's one way to open it. Jesus. Would you like some shattered glass in your drink? Coca-Cola. It's probably got cocaine in it. My cocaine. Okay. Interesting movie so far. We've gotten farther in this movie than we got in Argentina 1985, and its time is just completely different in terms of its passage. I'm going to pee real quick. This feels like a. Let me know if I miss anything. Can't give a rating now. I missed it. Shit. I missed part of it. Fuck. I'm enjoying it too. Now I'm not allowed to rate it. I mean, the experience today is reaffirming that I should skip movies because I'm watching this because I skipped Argentina 1985. I wouldn't be watching this tonight if I didn't skip that movie. You got to make room for better movies. Time is not infinite, and it's crazy that some people pretend it is. But I don't think most people that criticize me are even serious in their criticisms. Like they have to know that what they're saying is bullshit. I think most of them are just looking for like dunks or what they perceive can be perceived as dunks by other people, you know? Damn. Honkin' piece of bread there. Oh my god. Is that liver? Corn? Beans? Damn. Double-sided fork and spoon. I love that shit. Give me that. Oh, I want double-sided fork and spoon. I'll get my hands all icky, but I don't know why I want that so bad. All right, we're gonna drink an IPA, large Creature Comforts IPA. Beans. What happened to Argentina in 1985? It was the most boring movie ever made, so we stopped it. "42 minutes was plenty of opportunity to give the film to not be boring. Nah, 1 liter. I like this conversation. It's good philosophy. I dig it. I dig it so far. What it's showing is awesome. We'll see how the structure is by the end of it, but Franz. Burglars. First lesbian movie with sound? What was that? Ether. Ether. Girls in Uniform. Is that a lesbian movie? But Phantom Limbs. I'm literally watching the original from the 1930s right now. I'm literally watching it right now. Sorry. Damn. Delivery there. Oh, Ralph Fiennes. You seem bored by everything. But, I mean, it's not invalid. I mean, we're halfway through, and it's a lot better paced than Argentina 1985. I would say that as it currently is, like I feel like there's a bit of structure issue, which is common for films in this time period. Just not polished in terms of like story structure. Amputated. Amputated. I mean, yeah, there's like over exaggerated, like overly theatrical performances too. There's some stuff that's just a part of older movies that if you're not into, then you can't really escape. Yeah, Passive Glory is amazing. I like that better than this for sure, but this is more impressive in terms of like what they're showing on film for the time period than Passive Glory was, but I think Passive Glory is a better movie for me anyway. Yeah, 1917 was fucking so meh. Sam Mendes, more like Sam Mendes. Meh. I enjoy Chaplin. I haven't seen everything he's made, but hmm. Hmm. My Air Jordans. Jesus, that face too. There's some great stuff in this movie. Can't spell Mendez without meh. I know. I also like American Beauty too, but that's more of a Alan Ball film than a Sam Mendes film, really. Or that's how I feel about it, anyway. I gotta pee again. All right, I'll do it. Well, I had coffee and alcohol today, so yeah, I'm gonna pee. Whoa. The 70s film is like the worst rated one on IMDb. So I'm wondering if I need to even watch that, really. Some people consider that their favorite, but I don't know. Did you watch the 2022 film? I'm sure Kubrick watched this before making Passive Glory, right? Is he playing soccer? Ow, I'm hurt. Ref, help. Such a loud movie. Is this Death Grips? Oh, Jesus. Damn. Oh, that sucks. You watched the 22 version of this? Oh, I don't expect I'll be bored by the 2022 version of this, but I guess we'll see. Jesus! It does feel like a Death Grip song. Can just bob into it, you know? Blah 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 blah. Hothead. Blah 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 blah. Hothead. Oh no. Blah 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 blah. I'm also seeing them this year for the second time. The score was that bad? Don't tell. I don't know enough about your taste to be able to feel as if that will be the same for me. Because so far I've only seen you complain about everything in chat. I haven't seen you say a positive thing about anything. So I don't really know what your taste is. That sucks because a score can really influence my opinion on a film. I'm hoping I'm so particular. Like I find myself saying the score sucks more often than anyone else. So if other people think that it sounds iffy, then that's not that's not a good sign. Shit, I'm scared now. Yeah, Free Solo. Jesus, fucking dumb shit. Is the 2022 film next? No, after this, I need to edit the podcast. I need to go through that. This film is very impressive with what it's shown, and but the last 20 minutes have kind of been a bit of a slog compared to the first hour, and I think it's just because of the structure. I'm gonna finish it, but like that's a funny dead face. Well, I mean, like the thing that people are getting pissy about me over, like story structures were different. You know, the further back in time you go, the less polished and formulated they are. And sure, like I have my criticisms with the formula, but there's a reason why the formula exists. There's a reason why it became a formula. Yeah. That Twitter clip that's literally just 9 seconds long that's going around right now of me saying, like, stories weren't good in the 1940s. If the clip continued from that same watch along, you'd hear me say, based on the movies I've seen, I need to watch more movies from the 1940s and I need to expand. Which, like, okay, how is that like a bad thing to say? Saying like, oh, my personal experience with those films is this, and maybe I should expand. Right? Yeah, it was literally a clip chimping. Yeah, that's why I've been banning everybody. If you were banned or blocked, that's why, is because you're so stupid that you fell for a clip chimp, and I don't want to engage with it. I feel like I would be playing a game that I'm not even interested in participating in if I even began to try and what's the word? Try and defend myself like on Twitter with that shit. Like, no, I'm sorry, you're blocked. You're blocked. You're banned. Not engaging. Thank you for the sub, Ramen Noodles 22. How am I doing? I'm doing good. I was really enjoying this movie for the first hour, and now it's kind of like I'm kind of just hoping it picks up or goes somewhere. Yeah, I mean, like the people, the fans of RRR, that was like predictable. That was so predictable. Oh, you're racist. You didn't like RRR, and you said it was like a Bollywood movie. You're so racist. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a few Twitter things. And so I'm just not even It's so funny because they're like, they think they're winning at a game that I'm not participating in. I posted like a really positive thing about myself. I was like, yeah, you know what? The more people that don't understand me, the more it connects me with the people that do. And that wasn't even related to like the Twitter shit, but they thought it was. And so you see in the quote tweets, which obviously I've all blocked, you see in the quote tweets, people are like, oh, you take the L. You're losing. I'm like, I'm not even playing. I'm not even participating in the game. That's so cringe. Like they think that they're beating me at a game that I'm not even like actually participating in at all. They have to like make up stories about like, oh, you're the Wojak who's crying behind the smug face. That's what you're doing. And I'm not. I'm like, I'm literally not even participating. I'm just blocking you because I don't want to have any form of communication with you. I'm not playing the game. Like, I'm abstaining. I haven't even started. So. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Twitter and Reddit, yeah. Well, it's like, okay, like think about this for a second. Like if I was playing that game and you win by making the other person upset, then what kind of a fucking game is that? Like are we not talking about like films? Are we not talking about like experiences that people have with art? So literally it's just did you make someone mad? That's all it is to you? Like okay, I like that's not what I was you know, like you're not really engaging in a conversation if that's the end goal, right? And if you're admitting that, then you're speaking very lowly of yourself. Oh, you're so mad. You're so mad. Which is an admission of I'm only having this conversation to make someone mad. With it's like, okay, well that's not what I'm doing. I talk about real things. I have like real conversations and I actually care about art and I care about people. So oh yeah, and they were like screenshotting people just like comments like you're commenting right now because it's like in the VOD or whatever. They're like, how can these people say that they didn't enjoy the musical number in RRR? As if that's just like a dunk, like a gotcha in of itself. Like the not connecting with something that's so universally connected with, like that in of itself is like that's an objective thing about a movie is someone's experience with it. Okay. It's kind of fascist. Like unironically. Like there is only one correct way to experience art. Like, okay. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised by it at all. Oh yeah, of course those people are back too. It's funny. Exactly. I'm no like what's funny, I made that tweet and it was like completely irrelevant to any like Twitter mob thing about like how the less people that get me, the more it connects me to the people that do. Because it's related to a film that I've got like a literally like a 5-hour long review that I'm working on. I've been editing off stream. You know, not the same format as I've always done, but it's like part of the themes of that I've like come to understand, which is like pretty cool. And so that's kind of why I was tweeting about it. And no scar shirt today. I'm wearing a scar shirt right now, bitch. But yeah, no, I'm in a lot better of a place than I was a year ago, and I've learned how to and I don't know if learned is even the right word because it wasn't necessarily like, oh, I have to try to process these things better. It's just that I've naturally, just by growing, I've been able to process these things better, where it's like, okay, wait, like why would I even care if I connect with people who aren't trying to connect with me in any way? Like people who spread a 9-second clip when there's obviously like you can't you'd have to be like actually brain damaged to think that 9 seconds is like an accurate representation of like a perspective, right? We're not talking about like of the cinematography of me setting up my webcam. We're not talking about like the voice or the format. We're talking about like an opinion, right? Like you'd actually have to be brain damaged to think that like 9 seconds represents that and that someone didn't clip chimp that. Like you literally have to be brain damaged. And so like, why would I want to connect with those people? Like, why would I want to connect with them? You know, like a year ago or however long, yeah, literally a year ago, I was really stressed out about that, you know, people give me shit for the not finishing movies sort of thing that was strictly just film festival and Oscar shit. And part of my experience with that was, you know, trying to convince people because I was in the mindset of, you know, I was mistakenly believing that people were being genuine in their criticisms, and that if I explained myself, then people would be okay because, you know, like the what I was doing was not unethical at all in the slightest. What I was doing was perfectly logical, making room for other films that I enjoyed, that I would enjoy more and that are more worth my time, expressing myself. You know, the idea of your experiences with art being what you want to share and not necessarily trying to provide some sort of like objective measurement of what art is supposed to be, right? And I felt like if I explained that, I felt like if people, you know, heard me out or whatever, then that would, you know, dissipate the misunderstanding. And the reason why I even wanted to dissipate the misunderstanding was just like a feeling of not feeling connected with people. But since then, I've gotten so much better, like mentally, and I felt so much more connected with the people that do get me, whether it be my boyfriend or the people watching right now, that at this point, it just seems silly to try and even care about those types of people that are not being charitable in any way, that don't want to try to understand me, that are not making any efforts to try to understand me, that are immediately being as uncharitable as possible because they have a bone to pick because I just didn't like the new Spielberg or some shit, right? So, yeah, like I'm genuinely doing like great at this point. And the fact that people are continuing to not only misinterpret me, but like maliciously do it in ways where it's like, okay, like the person who made that 9-second clip, obviously, like they knew what, there's no doubt in my mind they knew that what they were doing, right? Like, I assume ignorance over malice, but that's like pretty fucking, that's pretty obvious, right? Oh yeah, the Twitter video couldn't fit more than 9 seconds. Couldn't get the sentence directly after that one. Okay. At this point, I'm comfortable with that because I don't need to feel like oh no, they're convincing other people, because like it's not a thing that happens. Like I have a consistent fan base. Like you guys know that that's stupid. Like the people who support me, I don't need to explain that to them because they're not absolute idiots. Like they're not brain damaged. The people that like me are not brain damaged, so it doesn't matter. So I don't know who I was trying to convince, but it was an interesting journey, and it's actually, yeah, like thematically relevant to what I'm experiencing and talking about in this other review that I'm working on, which is kind of cool. How do I feel about Fantano's video? I left a comment. You can just see that. He pinned it. It's the first thing when you go to the page, so you don't have to ask me. I feel like he commented, I mean, he wasn't malicious, but he 100% commented on something without understanding it, which is funny because that's what the whole issue supposedly was about, right? Um, everybody that commented on it didn't really have the full context about what was happening. So he didn't really comment on me doing it. He was just kind of like using it as a point to say like, oh, he doesn't do that, without really understanding like what the criticism against me even was in the first place. But we're good friends, so. You're sure that there are some people trying to genuinely understand my position? Yeah, those are people I don't block or ban. It's obvious what types of people those are, right? There's plenty, yeah. The people I block or ban are not those people. He literally did that on the last Drake album. Oh, he skips some songs while listening to albums. Well, I'd have to look at that. Which Fantano video? I think it's called I Finish Albums I Review, and the conversation was started based on someone asking him a question talking about how I don't finish movies I review, but like the framing of the comment was, the I didn't look into what this controversy was about framing, where people thought that I was doing that without actually specifying when I was doing it, and that it wasn't purely within the context of Oscar movies and film festivals. Damn, I wish. Fuck, I was enjoying this movie for the first hour so much, and it's still not bad, but it's dragging. From the hour mark to now, it's just dragging so hard. That's the reason I'm talking more and looking at chat more, is just because like it's not as engaging as it was before. I thought this was going to be at least an 8, but we'll see how it goes. It might be a 7. Guerre. Vous. Well, Toga. Yeah, I saw The Vanishing. It was good. Interesting ending for sure. It was very unique. I'm gonna pee again. Just yeah. I mean, yeah, like I had a debate where I invited people on, and the first thing that they said was, "Oh, I thought you didn't even mention that I thought you were just pretending you finished movies and you didn't, and that was the controversy." So like literally everybody who was mad was just under the wrong impression. And then there was that one guy who like kept insisting there was an issue after that misinformation was dispelled, just being like, "Oh no, you just gotta call the video something different," and then that didn't work, so that was bullshit. Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. Like I have a different mindset now. Like I'm fine just blocking and banning. Like these people are not interested in having productive conversations. They're not interested in understanding me at all. So it's fine. Like I used to think I could get through to everyone just with the right words. And that used to be like a need for me. Like, oh man, why don't people like me? But now I'm much more comfortable with the idea that people don't like me because it's like these people don't matter. They're actually brain damaged, so it's fine. No, it's just a part of growing. Thank you, I appreciate it. No, literally, they don't matter. They literally don't. That's a part of growing is not caring about certain people. I'm not saying anything that contradicts what you just said, Spoodersaurus, so you might be misunderstanding me right now. Can you highlight? I wouldn't, because I'm going to talk about these exact same things in a different video. But you can clip it to maybe use for highlight if I don't wind up doing that, maybe? I still got to record some more. Um... Thank you for the comment, Kangjin. Kongjin. I will, Ralph does the Patreon stuff, so maybe he's been publishing it wrong. I just wish that I was still as sucked into the movie as I was in the first hour. Maybe you'll DM him on Twitter. Does he have open DMs? I mean, like it's a very impressive movie. Damn the structure. This is again like for people to get offended when I said 1940s movies generally don't have like great stories. For people to get offended, particularly as I'm watching Pinocchio, like the fact that Pinocchio is accepted, the fact that that was a movie in theaters and people were like okay with it is proof of what I said, right? But there were some people on Twitter that were like, I watched that when I was a kid and I have good memories of it. I have good memories when I was a baby. Don't attack me as a baby. Okay. If you criticize the film, you're criticizing my experience as a child. Yeah. Like maybe rewatch it. Maybe rewatch it as an adult. Come back to me. Oh no. I mean, I think, yeah. Did I give Citizen Kane a 9 out of 10? I would have to rewatch it. Like, I barely remember anything about Citizen Kane, and that feels like a problem, you know? I feel like I overrated it. It clearly didn't stick with me, you know? I would assume 12 Angry Men holds up because I've seen so many remakes of it that are just dialogue heavy movies that I would have to assume that's the same movie, right? And that's a really good. Oh, can we make 12 Hangry Men? Damn, shit. How come nobody's done that? How come no one's made 12 Hangry Men? Damn. We're not watching the 2022 film after this. I'm doing some podcast editing because I have to. Damn. Shit. Well, we're going to have to cut off your arms so you don't kill yourself. I'm glad you enjoyed Turnover HD. Yeah, Sardino cast. I feel like when I was young, I just didn't know if something was bad. And I could watch something like 6 times and be like, I don't remember it every time I watched it and just keep coming back to it. And then now that I have the ability to be like, oh, this is why I didn't remember things from the movie is because it was fucking boring. You know? Now I can at least be confident enough in my positions watching it. Except for Death to Smooch. Well, I mean, yeah, I never finished it. Except for recently, which was a big mistake. I guess that's the episode we're editing. Damn, that'll be fun to go through. I've never felt compelled to change my lights to red until Death to Smoochie. That was a genuine visceral reaction, you know? I feel like that justifies the whole watch along format, is the fact that that happened. That needed to happen, you know? How far am I in Gumball? Same place I was last time. I need to keep watching. Beginning of season 2, I think. Yeah, but the ability to notice mistakes in movies helps you to appreciate movies that don't have mistakes. It gives me better appreciation for films that are more meticulous. There's a reason why Michelle Haneke is my favorite director, you know? He's such a perfectionist. I love it. What the fuck is the newest post in the YMS subreddit? That's a good shit post. I like this. I like that image. I wish I was still into this film. I know people who are obsessively like looking for through my watch-alongs now to try and like discredit my experiences with films might come along this part and be like, "Oh, look, he's looking at his subreddit." Exactly. I'm looking at my subreddit because I've lost my attention in the film. If I wasn't doing a watch-along, I would have skipped through at this point. And it's not bad. I feel like I'm still going to give it at least a 7, but it's just this pacing and structure really fell apart in the second half. Which shitpost funny? Sort the subreddit by new. Sort it by new. It's the newest 2022 films in a nutshell. I think that's funny. I would feel weird if I gave it any less than a 7 because this is like a very impressive film. It's just it's dragged down by not even like the technical limitations of the time, just like the expectations for like story structure, which is what I've been talking about this entire time, and like people just don't accept that that's an opinion you can have. People just don't accept that like that's something you can say. That you must think that therefore every story is bad. It's just like, no, I'm like, it's just not for me. And I've never made any absolutist statements about generations of films. And if you think I did, you fell for a clip chimp and your band. It's certainly impressive and admirable and ambitious and just like obviously really important, but I'm more or less checked out at this point. I'm just kind of waiting for it to end. Sonic's, no, but that doesn't matter because that's not happening, and that's fine. Well, I mean, like, yeah, most people have like unironically just fascist brains where they just can't accept that other people could have different experiences with media. They're like, no, there's one way to interpret something. There's one way to experience a movie. You can't watch it on stream. You didn't really watch it. Whereas, like, if I was agreeing with every opinion on the movie every movie that they'd had, if I had the exact same taste as them, they wouldn't be saying that, obviously. Their only issue is like, oh, you had a different experience with something emotionally. You found something boring that I didn't. And then they seek ways to invalidate that just because they have zero comprehension of someone having a different experience with media, that they have to make excuses as to why that's invalid. Lone Wolf, half of your comments seem like bait. Half of your comments seem like you're trying to bait me into saying something so that you can clip it and send it to other people. I've been very skeptical about things that you've posted. You've stood out in a very particular way. Like half of your comments seem like things you're trying to screenshot. All right, well, I'll keep my eye on you. Damn, I thought I would enjoy this more than Ikiru just based on the first half, you know? I mean, yeah, Ikiru I enjoyed more than this. The first half was fucking incredible. I'm just obligated to finish it at this point. Yeah, I should do a VR game. I haven't set up VR in this room. Maybe I could do that back in Vancouver. Like, there's nothing stopping me from setting up VR in this room, though, but... Getting impatient. I'm just so I'm just waiting for it to end. It just is not captivating me in the second half at all. First half was incredible, but I'm just kind of obligated just watching, just thinking about other things and like, should I get a drink or do I gotta pee? I'm baby. King Kong, I fucking loved. What year was King Kong? 31? 33? I love King Kong. I could watch that again in a heartbeat. King Kong is like not boring in the slightest. I love the first King Kong movie. So yeah, something like King Kong existing reminds me that it's not even like a time period issue, you know? For me not connecting with something, it's not like, oh, it's inherently from this year, therefore I'm not connecting with it. It's just like, I think a lot of people give a lot of extra credit to films in this time period, and you know, the further back in time people go, they're willing to just sort of concede, be like, oh, well, this had an impact for the time, therefore I like it. I don't know. I'm hoping for a 4K King Kong Blu-ray. End! 10 minutes. I'm just so impatient with this at this point. I mean, cultural significance can be quality, but I'm not interested in any kind of objective quality. I'm interested in what it means to me, right? And you can't really argue with what a movie means to me if that's how I'm grading it, is my own experience. It's really pathetic to see people imply like, oh, your experience was wrong. It's like, well, that's what I'm grading is my experience with it, right? So it's not possible to say that I experienced it wrong, because that's what I'm talking about is my experience. It's my experience. It's not yours. I didn't have the same experience as you, therefore your experience was wrong. Like, okay. Like, you're actually brain damaged. You have a bad brain. Yeah, well, if Workmeister Harmonies makes me not hate Bellatar, then it might be the best movie ever made. Rosemary's Baby is incredible. That's an easy 10. Watched recently and enjoyed. I don't know. Should I just look through my ratings? Serial Mom was very funny. Flying Sailor short film, that was great. Ikiru, that was a great movie. Training Day was good. Good classic movie. Marcel the Shell, I really enjoyed. Kokomo City was great. I rewatched The Act of Killing. That's one of the best documentaries ever, honestly. Director's cut, best cut. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Yeah. I don't know what the last science fiction movie I watched was. Fire of Love was awesome. I mean, I don't know if it will win the Oscar. Although it is Disney National Geographic, so it might. 39 Steps? Your favorite 30s maybe? I mean, we'll see if I watch Barbie in theaters based on when it's out, I guess. What would I give the first half? I would give the first half an 8. Overall, I'm feeling a 7 by the end of it. I'm just exhausted, just waiting. Hell yeah. Very close. Meep. Aww. If you think this movie is a 10 out of 10, great. Don't want to take that away from you. But if you think it's unacceptable for someone to not think it's a 10 out of 10, then you have caveman brain. You have caveman brain. And you think that because something is inherently purposeful and impactful for the time, that it therefore has to be respected in a completely different way than if you were to watch it today. And you could still respect something and not give it like a 10 out of 10, you know? But it was good. I'm giving it a 7. The second half was just a chore, but the first half was incredible. But yeah, there's this weird phenomenon of people and like older titles where I think there's like this, what is it called? The same sort of part of someone's brain that includes this religious idea of like, oh yeah, your elders are always correct sort of thing, you know? I think that exists in film in a lot of similar ways. Where, you know, not taking away from anyone's experience, if you genuinely think it's amazing, fucking awesome. But for you to not accept if someone doesn't have the same experience, that's where the problem is, you know? That's some real fashy shit. That's some real like, okay, you're not even using your brain anymore. You're just trying to impose a set of like norms and standards and taboos from, you know, just a cultural sort of like, oh, this is the way things are, therefore it has to be this way sort of thing, without really engaging with the media you're consuming. So, what I talked about on Saturday Nightcast? Well, we recorded episode 133 today, and I'm about to edit episode 132. So we recorded both particularly early, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, I give All Quiet on the Western Front 1930 a 7. Again, first half was incredible. I was hoping it would either stay consistent or get better, but like, damn, it really just fucking dragged on without just a lack of proper structure, you know, a lack of, you know, refined formula in film narratives that didn't properly get established until later in time. People giving me shit over statements like that, but maybe instead of clip chimping me and just going like, oh, look how obviously incorrect you are. Maybe just give me an example of like the movie I'm supposed to watch to make me not feel that way. Because so far I'm still looking for it, and haven't found it yet. Kind of trying to go out of my way, but it seems like you are incapable of understanding that different people have different experiences with art, and that different brains exist, and you're kind of a fucking idiot. All right. It's a Wonderful Life. Did I watch? No, I didn't watch that movie. No, I confuse it with something else all the time. All right.